Hello everyone. Welcome to the first lesson of class 12th. In this video, we'll try to recapitulate first few topics covered in class 11th. Few of them are tokens and variables. Now tokens are the smallest unit we can identify in a program. They are various types: keywords, identifiers, literals, operators and punctuators. Let's see them all one by one. Keywords. Reservoirs of a language which carry special meaning in the language is termed as keyword. Now, what are different keywords? The examples are given here for you. As, break, else, elif, in, for, and many more. Okay, so proceeding towards identifiers, they are name given to variables, functions, class, module, or other objects. There are some rules which are to be followed strictly while keeping the names of these objects. First is it has to be a non-keyword, then it should start with either an alphabet or an underscore, must not begin with numbers, language is case sensitive, and no special symbols or characters other than underscore is to be included, not even space. So here you see there are few valid identifiers given to you. One is my variable, variable underscore one. See, presence of underscore is allowed as we just discussed. But if this variable 1 would have been one variable, then this would have been a invalid identifier. Similarly, variable for print, there is no space, instead the space is replaced by an underscore, so even this is valid. Coming down to literals, what are literals? The data items having a fixed or a constant value are termed as literals. Or in other words, you can say values given to variables are literals. Now there are four types of literals. One is string literal, numerical, boolean and special. Children, string literals are, as we see, single line. It can be multi-line. It can be escape sequence. Now whatever text we type in single or double quote is in a single line is termed as single line literals. For multi-line literals, let's have some practical. There are two methods. One is using backslash and the other is using triple quotes. Now, if we use backslash, it does not store new line character. Let's see how. I've taken a variable a where I try to store ABC. So this is a single line variable, right? And similarly, I take a B and I try to store in single quote. Again, this is single line. Fine. Now, for multi-line, if I try to enter ABC and I try to press enter, it will give me syntactical error. So, to remove this error, I will type ABC. I'll use either of the method we just discussed. Either I use this backslash or I may use triple quotes, either single triple quotes or multiple triple quotes. Here I don't need a backslash, so I can type here this and end with the same either triple single quote or triple double quotes. Fine. So now see what is the difference between them. If I say a, it will appear in one line. So this slash is not storing new line character. But similarly, if I just try to print b, so new line character is there between the two lines. Now let me try using print function. I try to print a, you see it is giving me again single line. But similarly, if I am trying to print b, it will give me in two lines. So that proves here that slash n, which is a escape sequence, is stored in triple quotes, right? Or triple double quotes, fine. So coming back to my presentation, where it also explains about escape sequences. Now slash n we have already learned just now. Other few common ones are slash t and slash a. Okay, so other type of literals are numeric literals. Like if I assign a value a is equal to 5, or I might assign a float. Float means decimal number. Let's say b is equal to 15.7. So all these are numerical literals. Coming down to Boolean literals, we can store true or false. So they are internally treated as integers only. The fourth type of literal is special literal, and it is only available in Python, which is none. Okay, now we can assign, if we don't want to give any value to a variable, we can just assign none. None means empty, null. Okay, now what about operators? Tokens that trigger some action when applied to operands are termed as operators. There are many types of operators in Python. First, arithmetic operators. I hope everybody remembers arithmetic operators: plus, minus, slash, multiplication. Slash signifies division and this is multiplication, and this gives you mod operator, this gives you remainder, and there is a floor division also which gives you integer quotient, and then there is a double asterisk which gives you exponent. Fine, we can calculate power. The other type of operators are assignment operators, and these assignment operators are plus equal to, minus equal to, and for all arithmetic operators we have corresponding assignment operators. Now how does it function? Let me explain you quickly. If a is to be added with a value, let's say 5, so now I can write it as a plus equal to 5 in its short form. Fine, so these are all assignment operators, and next in category comes as comparison operators. They are relational operators and they are 6 in number. I hope everybody remembers greater than, lesser than, greater than equal to, lesser than equal to, and double equal to, and not equal to. Fine. So all these 6 operators come in the category of relational or comparison operators. Okay. Next comes logical operators, and or not are all logical operators. Is and not is come in the category of identity operators, whereas in and not in comes under membership operators. We have also done bitwise and shift operators, bitwise or, bitwise not, bitwise and so on. And shift operators are left and right shift. So coming to the next category of tokens are punctuators, which are those tokens which have syntactic and semantic meaning to the compiler, and it helps in organizing the expression, statement or program structure. We have used the most of them in either of the programs or maybe using in future. Coming down to variables, which are labels which refer to locations which store values. See, Python treat it variables in different manner other than other languages. I'll show you a video regarding dynamic typing, because Python supports dynamic typing. Here there is a variable n which is assigned a value 300. I'm trying to print it, shows 300. See, internally it is pointing to a location which stores 300. Similarly, I make another variable m which is pointing to n. So now m and n both are pointing to this location. Now I reassign m to 400. Now you see that m and n are pointing to two different locations, two different labels. Fine. Again, I point n to foo, that is a string. So now we see that n is pointing to foo variable and m is pointing to 400. Now you see this 300 is not pointed by any object. So this is orphaned object. And Python uses its garbage collection system to collect this type of garbage and discards it. Coming down to other chained assignments, multiple assignments and variable types. What are chained assignments? Let's learn practically. Okay, I have a is equal to b is equal to c and I assign it a value 5. Now it will discard all the previous values and will assign a, b and c to a new value, a point to a new value, and that is 5. And if I try to print a, b and c, if every variable shows me the same value because they are pointing to the same location. So this is a kind of chain being followed. As you see, a is equal to b is equal to c. So these are called as chain assignments. Now regarding multiple assignments, I can assign multiple variables to their values like this. So this 5 will go in A and 10 will go in B, and I can use not even two, I can use many of them together. So now if I try to print A, it is giving me 5 and B is giving me 10. This is children very useful method when I'm trying to swap the values of A and B without even using any temporary variable. Now you see here A will get a value of 10 and B will get a value of 5. So this is multiple assignment. And last topic of this thing is type. Type, you can, using type function, you can know the type of the variable, that is the data type of the variable. So type A gives you integer type, and similarly if I am trying to have some text or string into C and I try to print type of C, it will give me string class. So I hope you understand how we use type function. Okay, children, so I would rest my today's discussion here, and rest of the part we'll be covering in the next session. And there is an assignment for you. Do all objective type questions of chapter 1 from your textbook. Thank you.